Do you hate your life? If you hate your life. I made a video just now. Do you hate your job? And it was giving some advice on maybe how to change jobs or get to a job that you like, and that even put hope in you that it's possible to have a really awesome job that you like doing and love doing, and that's something to strive for, in my opinion. And I just got a comment on that I just saw saying, do you have a video for when we hate our lives? And I'm gonna respond to that. This is unscripted. This is off the cuff. It's unprepared. This isn't the most polished channel on YouTube. If you want that, you can go somewhere else and find it. I'm a guy. If you don't know me, welcome in. Much love, fam. Trav here. I'm just a guy living a life. I'm out here on Oahu, and yeah, so I'm on my way in for a hiking tour today. I do hiking tours and I do dolphin tours, marine biology tours. I'm basically doing seasonal work year round, right? Which is awesome, and I love my life most of the time. I don't love every day, right? I'm so tired today. Got a lot of sleep and I'm just beat down. But what if you hate your life? I've been in places where I don't like my life, even honestly 6 months ago, 3 months ago. And here's what I'm gonna tell you is a positive of hating your life, is that as adults, we learn and we change through massive trauma. If we're coasting and things are decent, nothing changes, right? That's why you get into a relationship, you get into a marriage, things are okay, you feel secure, and you get fat. You let yourself go, you get overweight. You start to coast, right? It's when things get a bit scary or uncomfortable, bad, and even hate your life, is when you have the impetus for change, right? When you're like, I need to change something, I need to do something different. So that's the positive, is if you hate your life, it's a trigger for you to make your life better. If you hate your life, there's a good chance you're going to be able to change your life, right? If you guys don't know, I've done a lot of coaching, especially around sobriety. I was around 12 steps growing up. 2019, 2020, I had a video. I quit smoking weed and the results blew my mind, and it blew up. It got like 200, 300,000 views in a year. I don't know how many it has now. And I put up a little booking form saying, hey, I do sobriety coaching. And I coached a lot of people, and a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to quit. People usually change their lives, whether that's quitting alcohol, drugs, marijuana, or cannabis, whatever you want to call it. People usually actually make change only when things are really bad and they have something to lose. Not when things are going good. People aren't like, yo, things are going great, I want to change everything in my life. Oh, things are going great, now I'm gonna work on my body, right? Think about Batman, right? You come from the dark. That's your place of inspiration. Towards the light, but from the dark. So things need to get bad for you to change, and you hating your life is the sign, right? So what do you do, right? Well, I mean, you harness that emotion. I can tell you how to maybe think strategically. And what I could say is, and I'll share a story too. Why do you hate your life? What don't you like about your life? Why do you hate your life? What don't you like about your life? And for me, the inspiration from living a better life, I get it from reading biographies, autobiographies. I get it from the blue zones, different stories of people whose lives I want to emulate, right? So you got to get some inspiration as well of, okay, what do you want your life to look like and why do you hate it? And I could go back to earlier this year when the farm kind of ended. You guys don't know, I came out here, have been involved with an intentional community, almost like a commune, farm community for the whole time, and it's been my hub of social life. A lot of my best guy friends, a lot of my girlfriends, romantic girlfriends came through this. Just friend group. It's just super valuable to have friend groups in today's age. I was essentially coming to an end. It's still there a little bit, but it just fell apart. They stopped bringing in new people and the business contracted, and now there's like 3-4 people on the farm instead of 20, right? So, and I'm grieving that afterwards. I'm just working online. I'm mostly trading, and I'm acting out in my trading. And why am I doing that? Well, I kind of hated my life at that point, and I knew it's because I'm sort of lonely. Like, I don't have enough. Nothing. My life's not interesting, and it's not like getting a girlfriend would solve it. I didn't have a friend group. I have friends, but just my day-to-day social experience was not that interesting. And I mean, I didn't let this go on that long, couple months, but I'm like, when I'm hating my life, I'm meeting up with what friends I do have, and like, hey, I'm trying to change my life. I'm interested in. For me, it was, I'm bored. I want to fill up my time, and that might be a luxury you don't have, where you're like, well, good for you, dude. You had all this free time. Well, it was like, well, I didn't really have an income, and I also didn't have a team to work with, or I just didn't have anything going on. So I was like, all right, I need to get a new job or start a new business. And that darkness of, man, I feel kind of depressed. Maybe not depressed, but yeah, like not liking my life and desperate for a change. I went down a little rabbit hole of, okay, now I'm thinking, and this isn't my case, so you can think about it, but what do you want your life to have? In my case, it was, okay, I want to have work that is outside, social, and pays decent. That's what I want to have. I want to have work that's outside, social, and pays decent. Is that a lot to ask for? No. So I started thinking, what does that look like? Well, farming, it's outside, social, doesn't really pay decent, and also it's not as social as it was, so I should move on to something else. And I started thinking outside the box. I got a little landscaping gig. It was outside, mostly just outside. It was a little bit social and paid okay, so I started doing a little bit of landscaping. And this is when I got the idea. It was given to you. It came through YouTube, actually, of doing hiking tours. So I started doing hiking tours, which are outside, social, and pay decent. The tours actually pay pretty good. The tour I did on Wednesday, I made $400. It started at 8:30, was done at 2:30, 3, right? The average tourist value is between $300 and $400 usually. So, and now I'm getting paid today we're gonna hike to a waterfall, take them to the beach, go cliff jumping, kind of depends on the group. I don't know what it's going to be exactly. And I'm starting to feel better about my life because I'm busy now and I'm making money now and I have a cool thing. And what do I do from here? Well, I'm like, well, it's too much driving and So I love it. I don't want to do it every day though, necessarily. It's a lot of driving. It's really physical. And I still don't have a team. I'm just meeting tourists who come and go. So I'm at the beach and I'm just watching these boats come and go. And the boat harbor is a 7-minute drive from my house. And I'm like, why don't I apply for the marine tours? Why don't I apply for the dolphin tours? So I'm thinking about it for a while. I'm talking to people about it. And I'm procrastinating. And it takes having a terrible week in trading. At big positions, the market crashes. And I'm like, feel hating my life. So that's the day that I apply to all the tours. The lowest I was, the most unhappy I was, the most scared I was about my life, that's the day I sent all the emails and got hired. One of them, a couple of them hit me back, 3 of them hit me back, and I got hired, and I've been working there 2-3 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, and swim with the whale shark, swimming with pilot whales, dolphins, doing lifeguarding work. Have a team of fit people, young people, interesting people, meeting tourists. And now I'm in a place where my life is way more interesting than it was 6 months ago, right? And not every day I'm loving life. Today, I'm just too tired, right? So I'm going to come back to that and give you one more idea here. But the point is that when things get low is typically when you make a change. I mean, you can fall into escapism and get deeper and deeper into escapism. But like I said, typically you get out of escapism when things are so bad, right? So if you cannot change, maybe things aren't bad enough yet. And that's what it is. That's what it is to be an adult, is it's not that simple to change, right? When my dad quit drinking, it was because he got in a car crash with me, my brother, and our friend, and we're all like between 11 and 13. Like you drunk driving car crash with both your sons and your son's friend. That's a low moment. That's darkness. I saw that. I saw him sitting outside the house in a police car. Like, what's going to happen to Dad? I don't know what happened exactly. I don't know if his license was suspended. I don't really remember. It probably was. But he changed. Now, the last thing I'll say, though, is if you hate your life, so much of it is physiology. I'm feeling a little sick today. Why? Maybe had a period of euphoria, got just tired, right? It has nothing to do with the quality of my life. I've got a sore throat, I'm a little bit sick. I don't really feel good. So, it can also be, there's things you can do to improve your life, right? There's practical things. You don't make enough money, you don't have enough friends, you don't have love, romance, companionship, your work's not interesting, you got a bad relationship with your boss. But a lot of what you can do to improve your life is just improve your physiology, because how do we live? We live through our bodies and our brain. And you want to feel good, you want to feel better in a sustainable way. Because if you're doing bumps of coke or you're doing meth, you're going to feel good sometimes and terrible the other times, right? If you want to try to get it so you usually feel good and have a baseline for feeling good, get good sleep, get exercise, eat a clean diet. These things are under your control. You can start to do those things. That'll also result in building your body and getting more positive attention from people, because people treat you better when you look better. And I don't mean in a superficial way. there's a study that I love where they took pictures of people's faces after getting a terrible night's sleep and a great night's sleep. And people didn't just, they had subjects not just rate, is this person good looking? They had, what do you want to socialize with this person? People didn't want to socialize with the people who got shit sleep. So a lot of it starts from fixing your physiology. If you hate your life, start to fucking walk and drink water and clean up the things around your physiology, right? Start with the basics of do 20 push-ups in the morning. Turn off your computer and phone early, get to sleep early. Take the time to eat a real good meal, right? These are things you can do. So, is what it is. It do what it do. And I hope that helps. And if you want help, I do coaching. I do one-on-one coaching. And I've got room for a couple more clients. There's a link to that in the bio. You can check it out. So I hope that helps you. If you hate your life, maybe that'll help you like your life a little bit more. Okay, appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.